Right now, your brain is ignoring thousands of things at once. The hum of your air conditioning, the weight of your clothes, the distant sound of traffic. Your brain decided none of that mattered, and so you never heard any of it. Until just now. If you have always believed your mind is broken because you cannot focus, this video is going to change everything you thought you knew about yourself. That ability has a name. Scientists call it selective attention. And for most of human history, it was not a feature. It was a survival mechanism. A filter built not for classrooms or spreadsheets, but for staying alive on a savanna where anything could kill you. Here is where it gets strange. The brains that struggle most with that filter today may have been the most valuable brains our species ever produced. Your attention system is run by a network in the prefrontal cortex. It decides, every second, what gets through and what gets blocked. In most brains, this filter is tight. Noise gets cut. Distractions get suppressed. Focus narrows like a spotlight on one thing at a time. But in some brains, that filter is looser, more porous. It lets more in. Researchers call this a deficit. They named it attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. But that name tells you almost nothing about what is actually happening. But if this filter is an ancient survival tool, why does the modern world keep trying to shut it off? The answer is hiding in a contradiction you face every single day. In school, at work, wherever someone tells you to just sit still and concentrate. Psychologist Ned Hallowell, who has spent decades studying ADHD, describes it differently. He calls it a Ferrari engine with bicycle brakes. The power is enormous. The control is the challenge. But this is not just a theory about the past. Modern science has proven exactly this inside real laboratories. In 2006, researcher Holly White and Preeti Shah published a study showing that people with ADHD consistently outperformed everyone else on tests that required thinking outside any recognizable pattern. They could find strange connections between things that had absolutely no obvious relationship to each other. More ideas, more unusual ideas, more creative leaps. Why would a looser filter produce more creativity? Because filtering is not free. Every time your brain suppresses an irrelevant thought, it also suppresses every thought that looked similar to it. A tight filter is efficient. But efficiency and creativity are not the same thing. Your ancestors who could not stop noticing things were the ones who spotted the predator moving behind the tall grass, who noticed that the berries that made the sick elk also grew near the clearing where the tribe camped, who kept asking questions that everyone else had already decided were not worth asking. The ancient environment rewarded exactly the kind of brain that the modern classroom punishes. Today, when you cannot sit still, that is your nervous system running the same scan it has always run, checking for threats, looking for novelty, refusing to accept that this one thing is the only thing worth paying attention to. It is not broken. It is ancient. The forgotten science is this: selective focus was never supposed to be fixed. It was supposed to be variable. Some brains open wide. Some brains narrow in. A healthy group, across evolutionary time, needed both. Tonight, when your mind drifts to 12 different things at once, you are not failing to focus. Your brain is doing exactly what it was built to do. The question was never whether that filter works. The question is whether the world you are living in was designed to use it.